hard enough to be focused the whole time.
And then the distraction in the arena itself is also really big. Like your phone is ringing, people like wanted to talk to you and waving at you, and yeah.
Well, horses definitely feel everything, so they react same way as you do. Well, mostly they are not focused on work, so they are looking out in the fields or to other horses or any other objects.
And yeah, that can sometimes end not so good. So yeah, also for the safety, it's better just to keep your fully focused on the horse and on your jumps.
These days our mobile phones are everywhere. And also when we're riding the horse, it goes beep beep, bling bling, and we get so distracted so easily and so often. And when you're riding your horse, when you're training especially, your horse deserves your full focus. If you want them 100% engaged with you, you need to show up with them at the same level.
Well, sometimes I do get distracted. This is the everyday life, actually.
Yeah, exactly. And Lotte, I saw that you were getting a bit distracted while you were going to the jump.
Yeah.
How did that work for you?
Yeah, not good, obviously, you saw. I mean, when you're heading towards a jump, you should be always focused.
It's important that we keep a laser-like focus in the course, but also at home, because at home is where you train your focus. So if you want to create a sharper focus in the ring, it starts at home. And at home we have a little bit more of a relaxed vibe than at the show when the pressure is on. And sometimes that's good, but that's at the same time also the challenge, because that means that we have more space in our head to bring in other stuff. Meaning that while we're riding a horse, we can have a million different things going on instead of what we're doing right now. So focusing on the horse and on the riding is actually the biggest thing you can train as a rider. The number one tool that I teach my clients is parking your thoughts. And it is as easy as it sounds, and it's also as hard as it sounds. What do I mean with parking your thoughts? You can imagine it like a parking lot of cars. And it's not like you have to push it away in a corner. It's like you park it on the parking lot. Parking a thought doesn't mean that the thought is not okay, or that you have to hide it or put judgment on it. All those things give your thought more power, more presence. It's by actually just stating like, okay, you know what, this thought is not serving me. I'm going to park it, not going to engage in it. You can call it ignoring it, just parking it and focusing on what I'm doing right now. Because the more balls you have to juggle, the more our brain will shift from one thing to the next. And that's when it gets really hard to create that laser-like focus that we need in the ring. And you can say, yeah, you know what, it's just 2 or 3 minutes, I can do that. The unfortunate thing is that because we have to shift so fast in this current day and age, that our brain just doesn't know how to relax anymore, nor how to focus anymore. We are distracted by things we see, by things we hear, by things we feel, and that's making it extra hard. That's why we need to train more than normal if we want to perform at a higher level. So parking your thoughts is actually about noticing if a thought is serving you or not. When you are riding and you're approaching a jump, no thought is serving you, because you need to be one with your horse. You shouldn't be thinking about your distance even. You should be one with your horse and let the jump come to you. Because when you start thinking about your distance, you start to think about what can go wrong. But when you just are in the present moment and connect with what's going on right here, right now, in this stride, not 5 strides ahead, in this stride. People teach us that we have to look always for the next jump, and we do. And we have to stay in the present moment with our horse right here. And that is probably the biggest gift you can give yourself to really train on like top sport. And we will drop the ball. We will lose focus. That's how it goes. Pick the ball back up, park those thoughts, keep the focus again. Laser focus, like you're doing this to survive, but in the moment while you're enjoying it. That's probably the most challenging thing. But it's also the most beautiful thing, because that is exactly the moment when you will feel the deeper connection with your horse and when you will start to ride as a team. And that's where you find that perfect balance, that perfect rhythm, because you are moving as one instead of two unities. And that's when you get the top results if you want to win at the show.
So if I may ask, how often should we train to be focused, on daily basis during training? Because it's energy consuming if you try to focus the whole time.
I absolutely adore that question, and I'll quote Taylor Swift and say ever and ever and ever, because the beautiful thing is, yes, it costs you energy, and when we are consumed by our thoughts, it costs us even more, because we are tuned out, or we are losing ourselves in destructive thoughts, or we are judging very often. That's what our brain does. So it's, in the end, while you're training this, you will notice that it's a lot lighter to be present than to be distracted. Great question. So all day long when you can, this is literally the biggest thing you can train in your life.
Can I ask, if I'm training and I'm doing maybe a course and I lose my focus, what is the best way to maybe get it back as soon as possible?
Remember to always breathe. So as soon as you land and you're in the moment to think about breathing again, expand on your breathing first. Because then you get back into your body and out of your head. And from there on, it's a lot easier to build constructive thoughts or to regain that focus. So it's first connecting with your body again, and like breathing. When you're on the horse, you need to breathe. And what you'll notice is that when you are feeling stressed or distracted, very often we breathe too shallow or we hold our breath. And that's when, as soon as you get aware of the fact like, oh, shit, I lost it, just first breathe. And then it will be very easy to focus on that. And just remember, this is work in progress. No one in the world is 100% of the time focused. We're human. Yeah. We're not meant to be 100% of the time focused. So it's okay to be distracted. Just train yourself when it matters to be completely focused. Okay, so how does this work in practice? Even if it's now, while I'm speaking to you, a million thoughts will go through your mind. Park them. Tell yourself, not that, this. You can use a statement or an affirmation, whatever you like to call it, where you claim, I am present. I am present. And that's a really powerful statement to claim, because that keeps your thoughts in this exact moment. There's no space for distraction when you claim to be present, because then you are. So that's what I think is the best thing you can do to start training this, and to keep every single time when you have the thoughts of something pops up, or even if you're thinking about my super cool blouse or how pretty my eyes are, not that, this. Focus, stay in the moment. That's what this is about. You know what? Every time you will train to change anything in life, whether it's a diet or your focus or how to build confidence to ride at the show, whatever habit you want to change in life, there will always be this wall of resistance, because our brain is trained to keep us safe. And by doing what we did yesterday, we survived. Unfortunately, the oldest part of our brain, our survival brain, is not so clever, and it just acts purely on instinct, and that's what it does. It copies yesterday. So if you keep doing what you did yesterday, you will survive. That's how that part of your brain works. And that's why whenever you want to change something, you will know that, you know, a few days will work out. I don't have to eat chocolate for a few days. But then the third day you start to get this uncomfortable feeling that, you know, oh, I have to, like, I need that chocolate, you know, for example. Or you still want to be distracted with your thoughts. That's the easiest thing for our brain to do, to distract us. And the thing is, our comfort zone, if you put us under a scanner, there is no such thing. But our brain creates it. And it is by keeping us in that comfort zone that we stay alive, because it preserves our identity of yesterday and it thinks that it keeps us safe. So whenever you want to change a routine or a habit and create laser-like focus in this case, know that you will feel that discomfort. We call it the terror barrier even, because it will be that little voice behind the scenes telling you, oh no, it's okay, you know, I don't have to do this. That's what we call the terror barrier. And the only way to change is to break through it and to keep doing it again and again, to drop the ball, pick it back up, do it again and again. And that's how you show your brain, hey, you know what? I can do this. This is who I am. And that's why we have to build it. That's why we train it. Your brain is like a muscle. We train it and we make sure that it works for you, not against you. So now you're going to get back on your horses. Just remember, thoughts are going to come up. The question is not if, the question is how soon. So keep in mind that this is normal. This is how your brain works. Also, never, ever judge yourself for having too many thoughts or distractions, because judgment weighs so heavy that it will keep you in the same circle. If you're doing something wrong while riding, don't put judgment on it. Park the judgment. Stay focused. Stay in the moment, connect with your horse, and use that laser-like focus to go to the jump. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we're back on the horses. Think about what we just discussed. Laser-like focus. Every thought that is coming up, every distraction that is coming up, park it, just put it on the side, bring your focus back to the present moment, to what you're doing. Laser-like focus, this is top sport. This is up-leveling the game. Now go. Keep your focus. Think about your energy, Lotte. Bring it back to calm and breathe, center yourself. And make yourself light in the saddle, like Mike said. Good, Salman. Park everything that you're thinking and just align with your horse. Really good, Lotte. Focus, Salman. Keep your focus. Breathe and stay in the moment. Keep breathing, okay? Good, Salman. Really good. Good.
Well, to be honest, it was way easier when it was explained to me. So I was trying to, you know, do it on my own, but I was losing focus the whole time. But it was way easier when it was well explained by Kathy, and it did help a lot.
Yeah, way better, of course. I mean, if you maintain your focus, everything feels way better. Your horse feels way better. You're constantly in contact with your horse. You see how the jump is going better. And when you're on the horse, you cannot change anything. Even if the vet is coming, even if the food's delivered lately, you cannot change anything when you're on the horse. So just park it until you get off the horse and then, yeah, fix it. So then it's way better.
When you're riding, and especially when you're jumping, it's so easy to get in your head. And all these thoughts can pop up. You saw how it works when you focus on being in the present moment. When parking your thoughts really helps you to ride to the jump, to stay out of your head in the moment and connect with your horse, so you can really let the jump come to you instead of rushing it because you're overthinking it.